So we got some people in a helicopter, some special forces, and they're like, "Oi, we're going in with only electric rounds because MI6 is looking for these terrorist wankers in it, right? Oh, okay." And Vanessa Kirby is in there too. She's an operator, and we're cutting between them and like this mysterious motorcyclist, and he has like some sort of RoboCop scanner, like initiating scan. So right away, like I'm sorry, what kind of what universe is this?
Right. This is
Calculating. And so the fucking special forces guys go down into this place where the terrorist blokes are assembling, and Vanessa Kirby throws a grenade at them and they attack. They get one up on the terrorists. All looks like it's going well. For the good guys.
I'm so confused because already Vanessa Kirby's squad is infiltrating something, and then that gets infiltrated by Black Superman, and I'm who's good, who's bad, what's going on, whose stuff is this?
Yeah, so it's like, oh God. I thought they were infiltrating the Idris Elba's group, and then Idris Elba showed up to stop them.
Oh.
But no, I think you're right. I think this is like a third organization where the poison virus starts from. This plot is stupid. It sucks. It's confusing. It's bullshit.
Oh, man. And what year was this?
2019.
So they predicted coronavirus?
They sure did,
God
Lacey.
Damn it.
And they predicted the anti-vax movement, because there's this whole thing where like the scientist is like, I was going to use the virus for good using vaccines and stuff, but they turned it against me. And
Fauci pilled. Just like a scientist, elitist, East Coast.
In his East Coast bubble.
Blue hair.
East Coast of
Blue
England
hair
bubble.
with blue tie and his blue glasses.
So Vanessa Kirby and her friends, her MI6 special forces friends, get one over, but then she starts like hacking, and she's like a super hacker. She types really fast. That's how you can tell she's a super hacker.
Actually, you know what? I've seen a lot of hacking lately because we've been watching Fast Furious movies, and she's got good flow.
Yeah, she's a good...
I'm believing her typing.
I agree. Good, convincing typist.
Yes, she's going to the right places where the letters and the numbers are.
We've been seeing a lot of hacking in movies because we're watching a lot of Fast and Furious movies. You know, that series about car races
you gotta hack.
Stealing VCRs.
You know how hard it is to get into these races? If you don't fuck with their computer system and make it look like you had already registered to be in that street race months ago, they're not going to let you in, Matt. You got to learn how to hack. Google charts, Excel sheets.
That's the name of the game.
Fucking, damn it.
Yeah, because like Ludacris starts in these movies as like a great gearhead, but then they find out he's also the world's greatest hacker. So then in Hobbs and Shaw, when they're like, where are we going to find a great mechanic? It's like, I'm sure one of those guys you already know also.
No.
I had a life before you,
No, Vin Diesel's got dibs on all of those guys.
Yeah.
You're in your own fucking thing now. Find your own crew. I'm not upset. You're upset.
Yeah. What, how would he react if he found out Roman was going to do like a freelance mission with somebody else?
Do you mean Vin Diesel or do you mean Dom?
Both.
I think Dom would be okay because his family. You just got to get it cleared with the Don, who is also named Dom. That's confusing.
And you need to give him a taste.
But Vin, I think you got to call him Uncle Vin, and you got to refer to yourself as Uncle Ludacris, and then maybe he'll let you go into this movie.
It's actually pretty easy to work Vin Diesel. Just have a kid, name the kid after him, let him be the godfather, and that's it. You're good forever.
But it's some kind of secret name, so it's like Eleanor Ventilator, and you just call her Eleanor, and then one day you surprise him, and it's like, her name's Eleanor Ventilator, named after you, Vin.
The perfect crime.
No, it's not a crime. It's just how you fold it in case you ever need that Vin favor, but you don't have to go around calling your daughter Vin. You see what I'm saying?
So Vanessa Kirby starts cyber hacking real fast, and she gets the ASAT, which is just some poison vial or something. And then the motorcycle guy arrives. He's Idris Elba. And he's like, MI6, I'm a fan. And they're like, who the hell are you? And he says, bad guy. And then he's able to single-handedly take all of them out with his punches.
He's denting iron. He does the thing where I get when there's a bad guy that's like too badass that's like seems impossible to defeat. I start to like get nervous that they're not going to be able to defeat him. And then they do. And then I'm aggravated because I'm like, wait, is it hard or isn't it hard? I don't understand. Like he can anticipate your movements, but he can't tell that Vanessa Kirby's going to do a spinny thing around his neck with her thighs and then run into a car. I don't understand.
And it can anticipate so much and do so many equations, but what it didn't account for is what if two people fight me at once?
People? Right, because it is a gentleman's agreement that if I'm going to fight all you guys in this room, one at a time.
One at a time, please.
Yes, take a number like in Naked Gun.
He can stop bullets with his hand, and he corners Vanessa Kirby in the truck, but then she decides to inject herself with the asset because that's the only way she'll be able to get it out of there.
Right.
And then she runs away.
Because running was always an option with the world's fastest man.
I guess.
She's
why is she able to get away?
She's on another street and like down a bridge when we see her next, and it's just moments later, and he's like, well, I guess she ran away. I expected her in the didgeridoo, and now she ain't there. No, okay, wrong. Orient me.
Well, wrong Commonwealth. This is the mother country.
I expected her in the
Britain.
Bobby, in the lorry, which is a truck.
Yeah, there you go.
I expected the madame.
The bird. No. The bird in the lorry.
The bird in the lorry. Right. With the
There you go.
With the viral.
We have listeners in the UK. You're finally understanding us.
There you go.
So there's some virus bullshit. And Idris Elba calls his boss, the team is down. We've been betrayed. She took the virus.
Wait, but then how is she being betrayed? Because he's not MI6.
I don't know.
Oh, wait. No. He's pretending to be MI6 and saying that.
You're right.
Yes.
Oh, I assumed he was talking to Ryan Reynolds, the disciple or whatever his name is.
No, I don't think you can betray these guys. They seem kind of above that. So, no, he's just like, I'll talk like MI6, I will. And then he gets on and he's like, she's bad. She's a woman, you bloke. She should have known.
So his minions are like, what happened? And he's like, I'm going to get the virus back. Who's going to stop me?
These guys wake up. And they live different lives, but they're real similar. They're similar. Okay, but they constantly show The Rock working out, which I think is in his writer, like must show me do workout routine 5 to 7 times per movie. And Jason Statham is jacked as shit and just as capable in a fight, if not more, kind of creative, scrappy at his 5'10" stature. But his whole montage, he's just some guy. He punches the clock.
So the conceit here is they're in a perfect split screen, living the parallel lives, as Lacey says. But yeah, Hobbs is all about doing push-ups immediately out of bed, whereas Shaw in bed with a sexy lady. Gets out. They both go make breakfast, but Shaw makes like a very sort of beautiful omelet, and Hobbs is just like, I'm just dumping the eggs in my trash mouth.
Completely Rocky pill. Doesn't realize it was to show that you're saving time, not because it's healthy to drink raw eggs. Rocky lived in poverty. You have money, you fucking idiot.
He also
make the eggs.
He also
you have time and money.
The most disturbing thing is he just takes a spoonful of coffee grinds and spoons them into his mouth.
Disgusting. You also have a daughter. All right. So
where's she?
Right. So like this is one of your days off. Clearly, you don't know you're about to be pulled back into the game. Where's her stack of fucking eggs and grinds? And this is the same day you're going to go take her to breakfast? What's the timeline here?
Also, you know what's on his... No, that's later. Okay. You know what's on his nightstand? The portable Nietzsche. Because he's a smart guy. He reads philosophy.
Totally. You quoted one thing. It's probably the one that's on the back of the book. The book you flip over every time you take a shit and you read like the fucking hot, give me a quote, It also follows him around the house. It's in his bathroom when he's brushing his teeth. And there's also a flower inside of it as a bookmark. So this guy's a little bit quirky. He puts a flower as a bookmark. That's how you can tell. They leave their residences in vehicles. Shaw's in a beautiful, immaculate British sports car. Which one? Hobbs in a big old pickup truck. And if he could drive a trash compactor, he would.
Oh my God! Why doesn't he?
Right. Just go ahead.
And so Hobbs is working out while Shaw just goes to a pub. They get a call at the same time, and they just go, "Where? Where's my assignment?"
But the reason why you do a split screen is usually to show how similar two people are or how different. What did they achieve here? They just showed 2 regular mornings for guys who haven't finished their day. We don't know that The Rock isn't going to end his day at the pub and with full pajamas, and we don't know that Shaw is not going to then do his workout routine. Like, what have we shown each other?
Right, and it's not like
you know what this smells of? The whiff is 2 people with equally good agents who are like, I'm not going to be on the screen after him. Well, I'm not going to be on the screen after him. I have an idea. Show you at the same time. Split screen.
That is the entire movie.
Yes, they
that
all
exactly
seem like they're getting
it.
equal treatment to the point where it is so
it happens
distracting.
in individual scenes. Yes, and there's even a thing, and in wrestling, it feels like wrestling because in wrestling, there's the concept of I got to get my win back. If I put my shoulders on the mat for you, in the future, you owe me one.
Right.
And so when Statham gets one up on The Rock early in the movie by pushing him down the side of the building and then says, no one tells me what to do. 2.5 hours later, because this movie's so fucking long, Rock then sends him up in his parachute and then he goes, no one tells me what to do, some bitch.
Oh, that was an answer back. I'm like, why do they both say this to each other all the time? It was a callback, just a shitty one, because it's like, it's something a child would say, because you guys are acting like children and acting like saving the world is like of the utmost importance. Saving your sister is the only thing you care about, but you're doing this too. It doesn't add up. Is it serious or isn't it? I mean, I know we can have levity when things are serious, but this is like...
You want it to come from like an honest place of who these characters are. And you would think what this is setting up to me seems like Hobbs takes my body is a temple. Every ounce of energy I devote to perfecting the sculpture that is my body. Shaw's like, I wake up and I go to the pub. I don't give a shit. And yet I'm still I'm an old school brawler, you know?
Oh.
I don't have to use my fists. I'll beat people with a champagne bottle. I'll fight dirty if I have to. But nothing in the movie actually follows from there.
Yes, no.
And
right.
A couple of times they will be like, you know what your problem is, Hobbs? Your spying is all about finesse. You're not subtle at all. You're a blunt object. You would think it'd be like, well
now show me your finesse.
Or we learn there's room for both. Oh, you know what? This is a situation that calls for finesse. This is a situation that calls for being a blunt instrument. Nothing like that ever happens.
Every time they decide to do something together, it's rare, and it's just they're going to fuck shit up. We never get to see Jason Statham's stealthiness.
Right.
We don't know that that's his thing.
Right. There's no difference between these two, which is so weird.
Absolutely no fucking difference except for a foot of skin.
And you need to use that.
Yes.
So,
right. Scrappy makes sense with short.
So they both confront their bad guys. You know, they confidently stride through a club. The Rock grabs 2 shots of tequila and downs them instantly, chases his target into a tattoo parlor, and then he threatens the guy with the tattoos. You know, it's I'm the hangman. Okay, I'm going to get information from you, or else I'm going to write words on you. And he ends up tattooing "I love cops" on his
right, which isn't hangman. The Rock. Yeah. I was expecting you to like at least write, A L. Yeah, like draw this head and then the arms.
So this guy, and then Statham is doing that to his guy, who he's like holding out of a window, or he's going to drop him. We find out there's a super virus that's up for auction on the deep web, and there's this terror group called Etienne. And so they both leave their places having accomplished what they needed to do, and then the credits roll. And this was like a 2-minute stretch where I was thinking maybe I was wrong about this movie. Like, this is stylish, it's confident.
You're showing how Jason Statham uses his body's leverage and then contraptions and things to counterbalance the fact that he's a little bit smaller, where The Rock uses his bigness to just smash skulls and overpower people and pick up the ladies while they're torturing your boyfriend, ladies. It's like, these are distinctly different ways of handling this, or distinct enough. And then that just goes on. Yeah,
it's not in the rest of the movie. But the title comes on screen. You're thinking like, okay, yeah, we might have a movie here, folks. Okay, I'm liking this. But no, that's it. Then the movie comes to a screeching halt so that The Rock can have breakfast at Jenny's Diner with his 9-year-old daughter, who's writing a report about Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea. Like, what? And she's like, and then Dad, my social studies teacher wants me to make a family tree, but I don't know anything about my family. And he's just like, oh.
Yeah, you don't, you just, I'm your people. It's like, I know, Dad, every time I bring up family, like, I'm your people. All right, Dad, I'm just like, I have a boyfriend. I'm your people.
I know. He's like,
okay.
That's what it's like. The way he delivers it is like he's saying a really heartwarming thing, and the music is swelling. And what he's like is like, look, things happen in life, you know. Fucking, I'm your people. I'm your family. I'm good enough. That's all you need. And she's like, Daddy,
the only person selling that this is moving is her. She's at least a good enough actor to be like, okay, I know this is satisfying. I'm just TV teenager. I don't actually act like a teenager. I'm just the plot device. Okay, yeah, Dad. I'm your cat. I'm here to make you look like you have a soft side and something to fight for. Because God forbid you have a wife.
No, never mentioned. Never.
He never has an animal either. You notice that he's not an animal
Never
person.
has an animal.
He doesn't. He doesn't ever have a pet. There's a million times. He's a single guy. He seems like he would want a pet. No.
Yeah, John. I mean, it's John Wick's dog. That's the most humanizing thing you can do. But he has a pet.
Give him a daughter.
It's his daughter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the pet.
Right. But he loves this daddy thing. And I think it's like, well, my kids at home don't get to see me be a daddy. So I need to be a daddy in every single thing that I do. Please work that in somehow. It doesn't need to be here.
And it will incept into their brains. Like, I remember when our dad took us to Jenny's Diner
I love
and did
those
our
pancakes.
homework.
Yeah.
It's like, that was a movie you watched. It's just another weird missed opportunity to actually dive into this thing of, I left Samoa. I left my entire family behind. I haven't talked to them in forever.
The single most interesting thing that's going to come up in this movie, and I don't even realize you're hinting at it here.
Right.
I have no idea that this is coming.
And if it's something you're actually going to dig into, make it be about something. When we met Hobbs, he was a super serious lawman going after the Toretto crew. Make it so that my family were into criminal stuff back on Samoa.
Yes, because that is what it is. That is what it is. You just have no way of that you're not setting that table up at the entire time. In fact, he flips so quickly from the Fast and Furious movie he's in and just becomes part of the Toretto family that I kind of forgot he was a lawman.
Right.
I was like, is he military? I know he's coming in from a different country to like extricate the Torettos. Like, so what is that brand? Like, there's all too many alphabet soup to begin with all these MI6 and CIA and FBI and all the shit that this movie needs to do some table setting to remind me what makes him tick? Why did he get into this? And if you're going to go back to your family and that's going to be like the big, cool, fucking final place we're going to do stuff, this is a great chance for you to explain to me why you're like this. Why are you so tough? Why are you so mean to people? Why do you give everyone a hard time? Oh, because you had 7 brothers who all give you a hard time? Oh, because you're not the oldest brother, so you like all this makes sense to your character. But you're not telling us about it.
Do you feel like guilt about the fact that you left Samoa?
Right.
Now I've totally like assimilated into America, and yet I have these giant Samoan tattoos.
Right,
now that's The Rock's real body, and he doesn't want to hide that. But that's part of the. I mean, that should be part of the characters. Like, I need to learn to embrace who I really am, which is Samoan.
And it's such a part of the Hobbs character specifically that it's a joke when Ryan Reynolds reveals he has the same tattoo because they're so close.
Yes, so they're just using a country and a culture just as a prop when it's useful and then discarding it when it's not.
Yeah.
So Ryan Reynolds then arrives for some fucking reason.
And I am different from Matt. Ryan Reynolds works for me. Even though he's just got one speed, it's a Jason Statham thing for me. I like his humor. But here, what are you doing? Why are you here? Are you some kind of just wait. Every fucking person they introduce is an expert. That's all that exists in this world, and it is boring. So here's another guy who's not like susceptible to The Rock's big presence. It doesn't like. That's the thing. The Rock should be able to shut people down. That's the point of you looking imposing like that. But there's no one in this movie where that works.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is just like, The Rock yells at him. He's just like, oh, I definitely just shit my pants. Oh,
yeah.
There's a lot of shit in my pants right now. Because this is a cameo, and that's weird because the Fast and Furious movies haven't had cameos yet.
Right.
But then it grows a little bigger than a cameo, but still is ultimately a cameo. But then there's the weird thing where Ryan Reynolds is also voicing the ultimate bad guy with the computer distorted voice.
Well, you don't think that they planned on the second one being
it
the
seems
bad
like
guy?
obviously that's what they are setting up, but that just never came into fruition.
Because why else have him?
It's just because he was in Deadpool 2, which David Leitch directed, and then he'll go on to collaborate with The Rock a bunch. But he shows up and he's like, Luke, it's Rebecca Hobbs. I haven't seen you in forever. How long's it been? 6 months. Time flies. What is your skincare regimen? You look like a young Shirley Temple, just doing the Mad Libs bullshit that drives me insane. This is Locke. He works for the CIA. And here's what's funny, guys. He thinks they're best friends. He got an identical tribal tattoo. And The Rock's like, we're not friends. I miss our playful banter. But then starts telling him about the super scary virus that's going to end the world, but you can't take it seriously because Ryan Reynolds is delivering it.
Right.
And also like, did you watch Game of Thrones? Wasn't it fucked up that Jon Snow had sex with his wife? Or his aunt? What's up with that? Oh my God. He hands him a file folder with a picture of Vanessa Kirby, and the daughter's like, she's pretty. And The Rock's like, baby girl, that's a lady who's like a bad person or whatever. And Ryan Reynolds, I'm sick of you. I'm DSS, remember, Diplomatic Security Service, and you're CIA. I don't work for you. And he's like, not anymore. We bought you. We own you now, bitch. So you got to go to London. So he's got to go to London, where he'll have to work with an operative there.
I wonder who it could be. You're going to London town.
So back in London, Jason Statham as Deckard Shaw visits his mother, Helen Mirren, who's in prison. She could easily escape this prison, but she doesn't want to just yet. And she like dumps exposition on him about his sister. And what does she say about the sister? Like,
It's your sister. She looks up to you. You need to fix this, whatever it is. You need to fix it. Because by this time, the brother's dead, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought they were all in the same scene together.
Because he was in the last movie.
Right. So to
Owen
me,
Shaw, played by Luke Evans.
God, they really would have helped us out if they would have made The Rock's character's name a little bit more Samoan and Jason Statham's character's name a little bit more limey, because Hobbs and Shaw are so interchangeable in my head. And then you throw in Locke. I give me some sort of longer name to go with the. I just keep wanting to call each of them this, and I'm dyslexic, so that. And anyway, I hear you almost doing
Liam
it.
Longbottom.
That'd be better. That'd be
he
something ton.
But his brother is Owen Shaw, who is the villain from the 6th Fast and Furious movie.
Right.
He is not killed then, or is he? I don't fucking remember. I just watched it a few weeks ago, but he does come back in Fate of the Furious. They team up and get Dom Toretto's baby off of the plane in the 8th movie. But in this movie, they're acting like he's dead.
Maybe that's why the mom's in jail. Maybe she killed him.
She killed him. Okay.
Yeah.
On the domestic dispute.
That's why she won't get out, because she's like, no, I deserve it. A little bit longer, love.
And she says the thing. She's like, I really hope one day I'll come out to visit you and you'll be here with your sister. And you were like, boy, I wonder if that's how the movie's going to end.
But it like, you think it's going to be like this touching ending, but no, The Rock cannot have that. It's like a split. It's like a afterthought ending. Like no. Statham does not get the touching ending. I do. Look, see my family. I brought my daughter. Even that's equal. Everything's equal. It's so boring.
I mean, I think it actually it did stupidly work on me when the daughter hugs the grandmother.
That did too, yes. But like, pick a meaning. I don't know. I don't know why you both have to be working on your family shit right now.
Because
why is that?
Because they have so much in common. Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. I think like it is charming that like these three, they can all easily break out of prison. That's fun.
That I like that. I'll watch a whole movie about whatever it is that family was up to when they were younger, or like that's the interesting family to me.
Don't you remember all your little crimes you had with your sister?
Little nicknames.
And we get to see the Keith Moon because it involved a lot of permanent ear damage and explosions. We see in a flashback 2 kids who are very close in age. Jason Statham is 20 years older than Vanessa Kirby, but in the flashback, I'm 11, you're 9. Helen Mirren, take her Oscar away. No, you did not win for the Queen because you were in this movie. Sorry. So on his way out of the prison.
Maybe it's a real prison, Matt. Maybe she had to. she can't get out of this movie.
So they had to write it around her
No, I'm saying that they own her for whatever reason. Don't know what she did, but that's why she's in this movie. Not because she's a bad actress, but because she owes something to the studio.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he's going out of prison and he runs into Rob Delaney, who plays a CIA guy. Thus begins a runner in the movie that's always hilarious, but he's like, I know you're CIA. He's like, whoa, how did you know I was CIA?
Because of this and that and this, and a banana in your pocket.
Your shirt and your fucking shoes and the way you are an asshole. And he's like, oh, well, I thought I was more incognito, but turns out I'm not. And he's like, I do like this line.
I like that actor, but go on.
No, I like Rob Delaney too, but he also was in Deadpool 2, and that's why he and Ryan Reynolds have to talk to each other. What do baseball and the CIA have in common? 2 things I don't give a toss about.
Right, but it's already underplayed by the guy answering a perfectly good reason with he's like, 2 things you want to hit with a bat? 2 things I don't give a toss about. It's like, okay, well, both jokes suck. Both punchlines suck.
I think it's funny to say like, hey, you know what? I don't give a fuck about the CIA, man.
Yeah, that's fine, but toss... I don't like that.
He's like, well, what about this? And shows him a picture of Vanessa Kirby. If you bring her in, we'll give her immunity because right now she's a wanted criminal. And then Ryan Reynolds and Rob Delaney talk to each other on the phone. I think my guy's not going to like your guy.
Jesus Christ. I thought they know everything. I thought they were like so in tune with like what their guys are up to. They don't know they know each other, that they were in prison together.
And
the fuck are you talking about?
And in the last movie seemed like they were getting along at the end.
They were fine. They were.
So finally, Hobbs and Shaw meet up in London, and they both go, no fucking way. A PG-13 fuck.
I don't understand how they're always the same height. It doesn't make sense.
Because that's part of the thing.
Well, then that shows me that further evidence, Statham's got a great agent. Yeah.
And thus begins the bantering. Statham is like, these lines are immaculate. Mr. She-Hulk here only knows how to smash. And Mr. Arson here only knows how to blow things up.
One of those things is funny. The other one is not. The She-Hulk one works.
Okay. But then there's just lots of, wait, what? That's just so many reaction shots and eye rolls. And
well, right. And he's known for blowing things up. I didn't know that. Why? Because he does bigger jobs than you, I guess. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't think he was known for blowing things up. He beats people up with champagne bottles and stuff.
Also, Dom's always looking for guys. Maybe he's an arson guy. Why now is it a bad thing? You need a guy.
Right. I guess he does, but he blew up Han.
He's just smart. He knows how to do contraptions, and he has that equipment.
You don't know this, Lacey, in the Han dies, and it turns out that it's Jason Statham who kills him. And so fans were very upset that then he gets to just join the Toretto family. And they're like, but you killed our friend. Right. So then they had to retcon it. And like, Han's actually alive. And in the last Fast and Furious movie, they had Han meet up with Jason Statham to basically tell everybody, it's okay. I forgive him for killing me. So, all right. These
Paul Walker. It's okay. I'm okay with being dead. I liked it.
I give my permission for my likeness in perpetuity to you, Comcast Inc.
I died doing what I love.
These guys are not going to work together. No way. Deckard Shaw leaves, and Hobbs is like, great. CIA guys, use your camera doohickeys to find me the lady. And they do. And he goes and finds her.
These guys really rely on the doohickeys. They have an eye of God. They have the eye of the devil. They have the eye of the tiger. They have all of it. Like, they're just like, someone do the hard stuff. Okay, now I'll go in and smash shit.
They're all doing that, and The Rock just walks by. He's like, now invert it. Okay, now.
Now flip it. Now give it sexy time.
Enhance. Reverse enhance.
Now go back 7 years.
Cha-cha, real smooth. So Shaw goes to his sister's apartment while Hattie is Vanessa Kirby's character, gets intercepted by Hobbs, and he's like, a lot of nasty people are looking for you. She says, are you nasty? I could be, but I prefer not to be.
Don't ask me about my bedroom activities. Lady.
He says his line from the rundown, which you pointed out. He's like, we could do this the easy way or the hard way. And then they start fighting. She uses her helmet as a weapon. Meanwhile,
I like that she puts it on to like brace for a hit.
Yeah. I mean,
the fighting's good. I mean, this is what the director's good at, or these parts.
There's
just a lot of it.
I think the actors are good and they move really well. I think it's cut to shit.
There are fight sequences that are good. I like the way she fights, and all 3 of these guys are convincing at being what they're being shown to be.
They are. I think stylistically is what it doesn't work, and it's always cut with comedy, so nothing feels like it has any impact. But they fight, and we're cutting back and forth. Shaw at the apartment getting attacked by some guys, but he, fights them off. And we check in with Idris Elba, who's going to his headquarters, ETN, and then Idris Elba's character's name is Brixton. He goes to get some tech upgrades.
I just don't understand. Like, what is this bad guy? What is this? What is their goal is to replace the human race with only really, really powerful humans. Well, then that just will then give you a new underclass of the least of those powerful humans. It's a stupid goal. What would it do?
It's not a great plan. One would assume like that's what they're saying their goal is, but actually the elite in this organization get the upgrades. Everyone else gets to be our servants, gets to be the...
So you're just doing the thing again.
Yeah.
We're doing humans again.
Sure. Yeah.
We just want to be able to fight back a little harder. It makes it more fun.
Would you ever get an implant, Lacey? Would you want upgrades? Oh, you got it.
I got 2 right here.
No, but like a cyber upgrade.
I mean, tell me what it would do, man.
I don't know. Well,
fix my erectile dysfunction? Then yes. I mean, like in my eye, whenever we watch Black Mirror, I'm always thinking like, when do we get one of those? So I want an eye thing. So yeah, I mean, it's all about the way it's presented and when it comes in. If they're going to show a man screaming on a fucking doctor's table while they install a metal spine, I don't know that I want that. But if it's Steve Jobs showing me the latest eye thing, I want that.
The Rashida Jones Black Mirror episode where she gets that brain implant that then requires a subscription, and if you don't pay the right amount, you'll do live ad reads.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the most realistic prediction Black Mirror has ever made.
Yeah.
Is they're just going to have to make you pay subscriptions to live your life.
Well, and the idea that you would catch someone at their most vulnerable, grieving who they think they've lost their wife, and you give them but she could come back if you want this. Yeah. The targeting of the way they target people.
Ryan Reynolds' voice explains like, we're gonna create the perfect man. And he's just giving him information he presumably already has. You're working for me to create the perfect man.
Just on a loop. It's like a Disney ride. Yeah. Sit down. Let me tell you the thing.
Your attention, please. Back at the CIA black site, Hobbs is interrogating Hattie.
Is he?
He's like, listen, have you ever heard of
Just tell
the tango? The tango?
No.
Yes.
Is that Samoan?
It requires 2 to tango.
Oh, I think I'd heard that. Is that Nietzsche?
Why should I talk to you? You're not CIA. How can you tell? Where should I start? So we have another in this runner. Here's how you can spot a CIA.
Here we go.
And then she says, like, espionage is about blending in and being subtle. You could never be subtle. And then he's like, you know what, though? I think you're a good person because we fought, and the best way to tell something about somebody is to fight them. And you weren't fighting to try to kill me. You just wanted to escape.
Smash cut to her beating the shit out of a much smaller person where all she does is focus on the neck. Just a lot of choking and a lot of like chairs to the neck and shit. That's not fighting to kill.
Yeah, he thinks she wasn't fighting to kill him, but she just can't kill him with her legs because his neck is 2 miles wide.
Right. No, normally this kills people. Right. But thanks.
Happy accident that you thought that.
She was clearly trying to get away, though. I mean, that's true.
So she's like, you're all brawn. You should try exercising your mind. And he says, there's more wisdom in your body than in all of the philosophies. Who said that? Bruce Lee? No, that's Nietzsche. And he points at his head, because I'm exercising this and this. And then he flexes his bicep. And he goes out to FaceTime with his daughter for one of 8 FaceTime sequences with the daughter.
Is FaceTime sponsoring this?
While she beats up a CIA guy, she's able to get out of her handcuffs. And her daughter's like, maybe she's flirting with you, Daddy. And he's like, no, we're not flirting. He literally says, we have 0 chemistry. Correct. And then they have the 3 minutes on the people's eyebrow. You gave her the eyebrow. What's the eyebrow? We're 15 minutes of the movie. I'm so exhausted talking about this movie.
Because it's the same thing over and over again. Like there's nothing there's no new information except for information that's like unnecessary. We could stop now and people would understand the movie.
So he goes back in because he's like, God damn it, that woman fucking broke out of her handcuffs. So he starts fighting her, and she jumps onto his shoulders. She's trying to do the neck twist, and so basically her crotch is in her face, is in his face when Jason Statham arrives.
Smell great. You've been on the run. You've been overnight. Don't tell me that thing is just perfect and should definitely be in his face right now.
Maybe it's the thing that finally activates him, though.
He does need some activation.
Jason Statham walks in. He's like, hey, get your fucking mouth out, my sister. He's like, your sister? What?
Now she's hotter.
And then they're all holding their guns at each other. Don't anybody move. I'm getting the blood out of here. I am. And then fucking Idris Elba shows up and kidnaps her and runs on the side of the building. And this stunt sequence, I'd say it's a good idea, but it's executed very poorly because it's just a bunch of CGI garbage.
Right. If this were Tom Cruise, this would be real.
Or even if this were one of the regular Fast and Furious movies, it wouldn't be this, but it would be something.
And that's what we were saying. They need this to be so big that their stunts feel like they need to be extra big, and you can't actually pull those things off. They do spend money and time on some real things, and those are the best things in this movie.
Yeah.
But because the scope is so big for fucking no reason, you could totally go back to your roots here. This could literally be a buddy cop movie that's leading you back to home. That would be so much more interesting.
Uh-huh.
Both of your homes, if you want to be even. Let's go to London for that reason, not for fucking to pick up this asset and whatever. If you're being led to use CGI over and over and over again, maybe your scope is a little bit dumb.
Right, because you said when I'm pointing out, like, look how obvious the green screen is when they're standing in the bed of the truck fighting. And you said, but like, how could they do this without that? And we were talking, and it's like, you need to come up with another idea.
Exactly, right.
You have to do something else.
Fast and Furious series are known for like taking it up a notch and giving you at least two things you've never seen before usually with vehicles. And like they did that with the Caterpillar, the Cinnabit, fucking Flantipede. Yeah, they did that with the helicopter thing. We don't need to keep going. Like, you guys are very tough. I don't know how many fighting sequences we need. Maybe if everybody's skill set isn't fighting, we could do something else. Racing. I feel like they do car stuff, but I don't know what else there is. God damn it. I think I'm just not that big of an action person. It can't sustain me by its own, like just because it's action.
Yeah, because I remember asking you, like, we had like 30 minutes to kill or something, and I said, you want to just watch the building sequence from Mission Impossible 4? And you were like, no. Ew.
No, I don't watch it for that. I watch it for the fucking stories. If anything, I tolerate that. That shit makes me nervous.
That's insane. It's the best sequence ever.
The best part is
getting nervous
when he flies in and he's okay.
Yeah, that's why it's worth it.
I'll watch the fly in.
Something occurred to me. You said, like, if this is all leading Hobbs back home, I know this is weird to say, but maybe another reason this can't be an 80s action movie is if it were the 80s, the partner would be like racist against Samoans or something.
Well, yeah, but that's okay. It's not the 80s. You can still take the formula.
There needs to be some sort of friction, like, because it needs to be like a triumph when Jason Statham also gets accepted by the family.
So it could be, the opposite. So it could be that The Rock has really wants to be with the sister for whatever reason. I don't know how he knows her. And the partner like will not have it. No fucking way. You just don't, you have no roots. You have no people. You're just some single guy. I've never even met any of your family, something like that. And then for some reason he has to go back to Samoa, and that's where he realizes, oh my God, you come from a big loving family. Oh my God, you left them for good reasons. Oh my God, they're better now. They're not even criminals anymore. We can all be a family.
Yeah. You just made it instantly better.
Yep.
Instantly more understandable. There's a fucking car chase. They get Vanessa Kirby back.
Okay. Okay, stop here. Every time they show this room, whatever the fuck this is, it's supposed to be very cool. All I see is a bunch of men in a bathtub with their heads sticking out. That's the only thing that I don't understand what I'm looking at.
The headquarters of ETN. Presumably these are guys sitting behind computer terminals, but yeah, they're floating heads in a vat.
And they're all just watching CNN, Fox News, and fucking C-SPAN all the time. Why?
Because ETN controls the media. And he's like,
they do?
Yeah, Idris Elba says this. He's like, all right, get out to our media organizations, which we control, by the way, and tell them Hobbs and Shaw are the bad guys. And so we cut, all around the world. New breaking news out of London. These two guys are bad.
Look how
Luke
much
Hobbs and
money they
Deckard Shaw.
spent on this. We need a red one, a blue one, and a yellow one.
And
those are the newses. Yellow, blue, and red. Look at the screens.
All the news
are
colors.
so bad, right? White guy, Asian guy. That'll do it.
Why are they showing German news in like Piccadilly Circus anyway?
What?
Because this on the right, they're looking at the news screens in Piccadilly Circus, which is the Times Square of London.
Oh, okay.
And they're seeing like, oh no, we're wanted criminals now. But anyway,
Piccadilly Circus. Wow. What
Hobbs or Brixton is talking to his boss, and he's like, "Who are these guys?" Hobbs. I have history with Hobbs. Hobbs and Shaw are formidable. How about you try to turn them and win them over to our side? Like it's fucking Star Wars. Okay. Can they be turned?
Well, yeah, he's got a voice changer and everything. And why else kind of distort the person's voice and not show them if the reveal is not that, oh, it's someone you've already seen before and they're acting like a good guy, but they're a bad guy.
But if that were the plan,
it's the plan because Ryan Reynolds' character is a fucking sociopath in this. I know he's just doing regular Ryan Reynolds stuff, but he's unhinged and he's like disheveled and shit. That's because he's living two lives.
I guess he could play it manic. I was going to ask, how the hell does Ryan Reynolds play a big villain in a movie? He can't. But if he's so fucking manic that it's scary, maybe he could. I haven't seen him act in 15 years.
I'd say this is the least put together I've ever seen him in a role, except for like, Best Friends or something when he used to do things that were outside of his box. But like, he's like weirdly, he's got a, 5 hour, what the fuck? He's not, yes, he's got a 5 o'clock shadow. His clothes are all weird. He seems sweaty. He seems like overhyped. So yeah, I think they are setting him up to be, this isn't the Ryan Reynolds we know.
Hobbs and Shaw have to find the scientist who made the virus, and good news, they find him very, very easily.
I just remembered another thing that bothered the fuck out of me. There's like 4 different layers, not layers of cake. Like someone's fucking big cool place where they put all their big cool stuff. There are so many layer reveals in this movie. There's Shaw's. There's the Samoan brother one. There's
the one in the Russian
one,
lady,
and I think there's another one.
There's the nuclear facility where they have their lab.
Sprawling, and there's vehicles, lots of them. Every one of them's got just tons of vehicles and rows and compartments. And
it is way too fucking much.
And the weapon thing, the weapon reveal where they pull out the weapon wall. Where the only time it's funny is in Samoa when it's antique
Spears,
weapons.
Yeah.
That's funny. If that's going to be a callback, fine. But you don't need to do it 3 times before that. It's. Dude, we've all seen John Wick. This isn't interesting anymore. Think of something else.
A layer has to.
I like Shaw's layer. I mean, and I like all of them. I just don't need 4 of them in one movie.
It's too many layers. One layer too many.
And you're also rich. You're so fucking rich. I don't have a lot of sympathy here. You guys are rolling in dough. I know I'm not supposed to have sympathy. They're just supposed to save the world, but I'm glad they have the funds for it, because with all these different fucking people who are saying that they bought him, they own him, they what, none of them are talking about their contracts and how much money they're going to get. All of them, they seem to be doing all of this work on faith. Who's paying them?
Oh, yeah. How do they
even find you to give you your paycheck? They send it to your fucking lair, Shaw?
The scientist is like, I can't take the virus out of you. You got 42 hours before that thing bursts and it's going to infect the world. They're like, oh no.
Okay, the movie is 6 months long, so I don't know how that happens, but
is there anything we can do? And he's like, well, there's 2 options. You can kill her,
burn her
and then
so
burn
hard.
her body so hard, because now he's doing some Ryan Reynolds riffing, this scientist guy. And they're like, well, that won't work. What's option 2? You need a device, but the device is it's in the super secret lair. You'll never get in there. And they're like, well, that's where we're going. Okay.
Also, make 2 next time, asshole.
So then The Rock FaceTimes his daughter and he's like, baby girl, listen, I think the world might be ending, okay? Just be careful. And she's like, you too, Daddy. I love you.
Don't step any sinkholes. I try not to. I'll keep the pancakes warm.
So they go to Shaw's lair, which is full of luxury cars, and they're just like flirting with each other and talking about each other's dicks. And then Shaw gets in touch with his Russian mobster friend, and they have to go to Moscow. But Hattie, she's like, well, it's going to be hard to get you out of the country because you're the most wanted man in the world. And also, brother, you betrayed MI6. This is the first we've heard about that.
Now we know.
Oh, no. What could that mean? So they're going to have to put on disguises to get through the airport.
Oh God, I didn't even realize they both betrayed something. Even that is equal.
And both for noble reasons. But
noble, right.
Yeah.
And in a way that makes it hard to go back home.
Yeah, exactly.
This thing needed Kevin Hart. Fucking thank God. Now they're on a flight and they're going back and forth. And anytime anyone talks this loud on a flight, I'm thinking, are you the most annoying two people on a fucking flight ever? It doesn't make sense that no one's looking. Everyone's asleep. Everyone's always asleep conveniently on a fucking flight when you're not supposed to be caring what the two main people are doing. But luckily, Kevin Hart comes out and breaks the fourth wall and he's like, y'all are really fucking loud. Now I'm going to be loud. I'm welcome Kevin Hart being here. He has chemistry with everyone.
Well, he plays Air Marshal Dinkley, and he just pops in to do a little Kevin Hart cameo because it's like, hey, The Rock loves working with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And it's annoying to have a cameo, but he is the only person in the entire movie who knows how to deliver comedic lines.
Yes.
And so it just feels like a breath of fresh air to hear him successfully deliver funny lines.
And it's like, and he can't, it doesn't matter what, he can take anyone and make them the straight man because of how he responds to it. How, like, he doesn't mind getting like real pathetic and like he doesn't need direction to know how to do this. So like he's bouncing off of two fucking brick walls
who are so brick here that he's like, he then does the thing where he's like, I used to be in Delta Force with all of my Delta Force brothers. And they're like, why did you just drop your voice low? I didn't do that. No, stop doing that. Yeah, stop talking like that. Your voice is low now. No, it's not. Yes, it is. This goes on and on and on.
And he does the most with, I mean,
the whole point of this is that he's an air marshal, but he also has connections and can get them flights if they need it. So we just might need it.
They end up needing it. But he even says in one or two different ways that like, no, I am what will complete this. And I'm like, please tell me he's there the rest of the time because you will, he will. This is what you need. You need a short guy. You need a normal guy. He's already a fucking expert. The most expert fucking air marshal you ever run into in your whole fucking life. That's already annoying, but at least he's not cool to them. At least he's very, very short. Like if he would join, it would ground this.
Yeah, I mean,
in a way.
Think back to The Rundown. The Rundown worked because The Rock was playing like a stiff guy who's not a wisecracker, and then Sean William Scott, who is an annoying wisecracking sidekick, and that pairing works. Here it's like, no, they're all wisecracking. They can't do it though.
Except for that they don't let everyone into their club, right? Like what Hart's doing is funny. He's doing comedy, where the other two are cracking wise and busting balls. That's cool. The other thing's kind of lame.
Yeah.
So it's like they're acting like the Cool Boys Club, and whatever.
I don't want to be watching the Cool Boys Club.
Exactly. And you know what? When you were saying like it's all in the fact that they need to be equal when there's different ways to be equal. In stature, they are not. Statham and The Rock are just different. So why not lean into that thing where we show a situation where it all depends on Statham's ability to be stealth, to use his gadgets and arson, and then show when brute force is it, but also show when big giant people make things harder.
Yeah.
But then that would put Rock back into a situation where he's feeling weird about his body again. Mm-hmm. Because I'll bet he does wish he could blend in. That's why he leans so hard into the fact that he can't, because he doesn't have a fucking choice.
Right.
And then show me where gadgets don't work. Like, we can be even. Just show me something interesting and show me why you both know what you're doing. Even though it's different. You say it's different. Whatever. Sorry.
So all excellent points that could be solved at the script stage. I don't know if this is just the Dwayne Johnson politicked them out of ever doing anything like that.
Right.
So They arrive at their Russian friends. She's not a Russian mobster. She kidnaps Russian mobsters, and she has like a BDSM house where she has.
But this is a Russian mobster's house. She just took it.
No, but she's like hanging them all up and has them in bondage gear, and like all the people who work for her are like sexy ladies in bondage gear, and then she's this is Eiza González.
She's hot as shit.
She's very good in Michael Bay's Ambulance. She plays Margarita. She's on the poster of this movie. She's in 2 scenes.
Right.
She gives Jason Statham a big, deep kiss, and then The Rock says, "Ew, I wish I didn't see that. Gross."
I'm kind of with him on that one. I didn't need it.
Well, you hate kissing too. You're like The Rock. So their plan is to do the Mick Jagger. That involves somebody showboating while another person does the actual music. So we just have to let Hattie get kidnapped by Brixton, so they just turn her in. They turn Hattie in. And then Margarita supplies all of them with some tactical gear, all that Hobbs tactical gear that The Rock loves so much.
Except for that it's all for Shaw, and Hobbs doesn't fit in it right.
And so Hattie gets taken to a decommissioned nuclear facility that's also the Etienne research facility, the big layer that they keep talking about. And Hobbs and Shaw...
That's the other layer. Thank you.
Yeah. And Hobbs and Shaw are in a fighter jet over the facility, and they parachute in. This is where Hobbs needs to get his wind back. Jason Statham's like, on the count of 3, we're going to launch our parachutes. 1, 2... Psh, no, you asshole! And
why am I laughing at it? No, fuck you.
There's that parallel hallway sequence that's pretty okay.
I like it because at least they're playing off of each other. They're not equals.
Right.
Then one of them's trying to impress the other one.
And they make it through only to come into a chamber with a billion bad guys pointing guns at them. So now they are tied up, hooked up to electrical torture devices.
It's just so stupid because you get 5 shocks and then you're dead. And we've already seen in shock 1 and 2 and 3, I'm not sure how many happen, that Idris Elba is going to cut you off while you're talking to give you one of those shocks. But then all of a sudden they have all this fucking room to do a Mick Jagger where they're talking, and they never pushes the little butt. Like, this doesn't, I just don't need it to be this impossible to get away.
They're locked up, they're facing each other, and then Brixton is like starts saying like, you and me, Deckard, we were brothers in MI6, but then you betrayed me or something. You shot me, you bastard. And
because
then
he betrayed MI6.
Yeah.
Idris.
And then he starts telling them his villainous plan. I'm going to rebuild the world. We get rid of the weak. Humanity's on a death drive. I mean, look at you two. The fate of the world's in your hands and you can't stop bickering. But that's not true. They've been working together pretty well.
Yeah. Bickering just their kink.
That's just what they do while they go. But it's not like it is ever. That's the other thing. Shouldn't there be an instance where them fighting actually hurts them?
Right. No, because that's I'm short circuiting.
Yep.
No. It's just that this is the fucking Fast and the Furious problem. They get so many guys that they end up with 2 guys that have the same fucking thing, and then those 2 guys end up in a movie together for some fucking reason, and then they don't know what to do with their thing.
It'd be like if the next spinoff was Ludacris's hacker character and Natalie Emmanuel's also hacker character.
Right, and then also this sister. Yes. Like, what do I do? I don't know. What do you do? What are you fucking low-lying fruit? I am running out of words, and
maybe your brain needs a little implant. Maybe all of humanity needs a brain implant.
Big tit.
Why don't you join Etienne? And The Rock's like, you know what? I think maybe we should. And Hobbs is like, what? Or Shaw is like, no, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I think he made a lot of sense. And I'm sick of you disagreeing with me. You're a diva. In fact, if we were in a band, you know who you'd be? You'd be Mick Jagger. And he's like, huh?
Oh, I get it like my plan. Shh, I got it.
So then they fucking start monologuing about like, we're not going to join. We're going to kick all your guys' asses. I'm going to kick that guy's ass and that guy's. That's not your guy. That's my guy.
They're mouthing off, right? Like they're not like, the smart thing to do would be like, oh yeah, man, if we had the implant, if we were on your side, oh, we'd be swinging our dicks around and it like you showboat like that, like you're on their side. But no, instead you're telling them the plan of how you're going to ruin all of this. At no point, Idris Elba's character doesn't want to push the little button. Thing. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because it's like the movie's presenting like it's just too good. You gotta let them go. Right. You gotta listen to what they have to say.
Waiting.
Even the bad guys gotta hear it.
Let's let them cook.
And then Hattie shows up with the gun, but it doesn't work because these guns, we haven't said this, these guns are like biometrically assigned to a person. But then the scientist comes out with a blowtorch and causes havoc. They escape.
Science, bitch.
You know, another problem. So it begins a huge fucking fight and car sequence. And I think a big problem with this movie, David Leitch mainly makes R-rated violent movies. This is a PG-13. There's no blood, so nothing has any impact. Mm-hmm. And this is the absolute worst looking stretch of the movie where they're outside in a car chase by the nuclear silos. It is all green screen.
Yeah.
And it sucks. But they make it out of there. And they're like, our three heroes get together and they're like, oh, we didn't get the device. Or no, we got the device, but it's broken. We'll need the world's best mechanic to fix this. But who? And at the same time, we're going to need somewhere to hide and lay low because the whole world wants to fucking get us right now. What are we going to do? And The Rock's like, I know a place. And then just cut Samoa.
How do you say it, though?
Samoa.
Samoa.
That's how they say it, I think. First, they're like, what place are you talking about, Hobbs? And he's like, the last place on earth I want to go. Home. I'm coming home to Samoa. But this was filmed in Kauai, although maybe there's some second unit shots of actual Samoa. But yeah, they get on the phone with Kevin Hart and they're like, hey, Dinkley, thanks for getting us that charter flight to Samoa. And he's like, yeah, no problem. I'm glad I did that. Okay, then. All right, there. So they go to The Rock's family's house, to the house of the Hobbs. And Hobbs is very nervous to knock on the door and reunite with his family because he knows what's going to happen when his brother sees him. And his brother's like, you got a lot of nerve coming here after 25 years. You know what comes next? And Hobbs says, yes. And then his brother punches him in the face. And he falls down. And he's like, you're not welcome here, police. So the hints of like, hey, it'd be kind of interesting. You betrayed us by joining up with the law. Like you work for the fucking American empire that has oppressed us.
Right.
Samoan history is entirely a history of imperialism and oppression and colonialism.
Rationalize that. Let's dig in.
Dig into that sort of it. No, not in this movie. No, fuck no.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have done it yet. No balls.
So we see, the Hobbs' extended family, lots of brothers and cousins. One is played by Roman Reigns, The Rock's actual cousin. He doesn't have a single word of dialogue in the movie, but he's always on camera.
He pounds like a son of a bitch. God damn it, there are a lot of fist bumps in this fucking montage.
Bumps. So many fucking fist bumps.
So, and like it's like the way that our kid reflexively says I love you every time we leave a room, which is adorable. But like I can't leave my car and then get back into my car without two I loved yous. Again, adorable, but it's like this, it's almost a tick. And these guys don't walk away from their workstation without, okay, I'm gonna be right back, and then pound it, I'm back, pound it, okay, and then I farted, did you pound it? All right. They take COVID very seriously. No, you know what? They're ready for COVID.
Yeah, that's the thing you're supposed to do. Yeah. So the Jonah is played by Cliff Curtis, the Maori actor.
I like him.
And he is lecturing him and yelling at him. And The Rock's like, hey, don't blow. And then eventually their mom throws a shoe at them. And
it's always funny.
Yeah, it is funny. And she gives a speech like, you're going to help him, Jonah. He's in trouble. You got to help him fix his machine. Okay. All right, good. We're all good. So, hey, I'm being chased by international terrorists. I've led them directly to your house. Sorry about that, but you'll help me, right? You'll all go to war for this. Okay,
but literally everyone's going to die, except for maybe people in Samoa would have been fine. Honestly, it's an island, So it's like, I was thinking, they're all going to die. I mean, I guess that's going to rally anyone. And if it's going to get to you eventually, then it just occurred to me, wait, maybe they would have been okay.
They'd have gotten it. I mean, people go to Samoa, so they brought the virus eventually. Funny. But you know what? Yes, maybe it's like, hey, maybe that's the world outside there. That's So there's a big fucking montage where everybody's preparing for war while the bad guys arrive.
You know what though? I like that they're telling us what they're doing. I appreciate that because then at least the action makes sense when the fucking fireworks start going off as they're driving down a road. They're telling me, look, it's good. It even helped me right away that you knew it was going to be dawn in a minute. I'm like, what? The day changed.
It's like
They
very
explain it.
basic nuts and bolts of how to do this, of like set up what you're going to do, show us the geography, the space that you're going to be working in. That's
Right.
all very, very helpful.
And then do it.
Suddenly I can follow things. Suddenly I know the stakes and the timelines of things.
Yes. This is why a heist movie is so good. This is probably why I love them so much. I don't not like action. I like action I understand. And a heist always has that moment where like, okay, here's the plan. And then they say the whole thing. And then I'm all like, they're doing the thing.
And a well-directed action sequence is supposed to set up the
Yeah.
geography within the sequence itself. It's not something you necessarily notice while you're watching it, but you just feel it more strongly.
Right.
Versus a bad action sequence where you just kind of tune out.
Do you see that on the? Sorry, we're looking at an image of the ancient tools pull-out weapons wall. Do you see the other weapons that are drawn onto the?
Yeah.
Like there's like outlines of the weapons that were.
Yeah, because those are like, this is where we keep the Glock 19. Yeah, that's what they used to have on there.
Well, it's just funny that they repurposed the wall. Just burn that and then keep the antiques wherever the fuck they were.
Hobbs finally explains his whole thing with his family to Vanessa Kirby. My dad was a criminal. He stole everything, guns, drugs. Then he abandoned the family, but he came back when he found out his sons were old enough to maybe help him join his crew, but I didn't want my brothers getting killed, so I turned them in, and then I left Samoa, and I never came back. And my family thinks I betrayed them. Even though after being reunited for 2 minutes, they now are fully on your side and love you and will do anything
Well, because
for
it
you.
turns out what they actually were upset about is that he left, right? Like that's what the guy keeps saying. You left us, you left us, you left us, and you didn't come back. And you're a fucking international fucking espionage person, so how the fuck could we even find you if we wanted to?
Okay,
Also,
but now you're back and we forgive you instantly.
right, because what they wanted was him. Like I'm just saying, I think to The Rock's character, it was about the betrayal, but what it actually was upsetting the family was that he was gone. They felt abandoned by him. They lost the dad and then they lost him. And it's like, well, we could have at least kept one of you. The mail works. The mail goes to Samoa. Couldn't you have written a letter?
Then
Explain this?
there needs to be something. There just needs to be something to set that up or to make us feel that.
Right.
And there's just the most awkward cut where he and The Rock and Vanessa Kirby are walking, and he kind of has like a smile on his face, like, oh, we're just bantering here, and then cut instantly to close up, and he has just a look of dread on his face as he starts talking about what his dad did to the family.
Oh,
It's so, and there's so many like awkward insert shots because this movie really seems like it just tons of reshoots and weird things like where on Samoa, The Rock is standing on his family's porch, but clearly it's The Rock standing in front of a green screen.
Oh.
We need to do that again, even though we actually filmed on an island. This is now Dwayne Johnson 9 months later filming in front of a green screen. Hey, mama, I'm home. Anyway. The family got rid of all their like tactical weapons. They're just going to use ancient spears and stuff. But the good news is the bad guys are using guns that can be hacked and turned off. So it'll just be old school fucking fists and spears and stuff.
which is an interesting idea. And I'd forgive this convenient plot device if it weren't for all the other stupid shit that were happening. I would be like, oh, neat.
No, it is. It is. This is the part of the movie where, and I'm getting mad that things are working. They're not great, but at least this is like a normal movie now with ideas about like, they're the technological future. Well, we've been here for 10,000 years and we'll stand another 10,000 years.
Right. We're the Rock. You're the Statham.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way.
Hattie manages to hack this satellite, but they can only stop the gun for 6 minutes. So we got that 6-minute timer.
Elizabeth Roth.
I wanted to see how you'd react.
Even
this kiss grosses you out?
No, it's he's so relaxed. If he were making a crazy face,
you think he's relaxed here?
I mean, the veins are bulging out the side of his head, but like his face. Okay, what I don't like about one of the things I don't like about Rock kisses are the approach. He can be in it and he can be pulling away from it, but him going in is so fucking cringy. That's why I think it's pretty key that she goes in.
Yeah.
She gives him a quick peck.
And it is a quick peck.
It is so fast.
She's like standing out by the sunset and he's like, hey, babe, what you doing? She's like, just taking in the sunset. Might be my last. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, it's a beautiful island. Okay. And then I spend my whole life running away. My own daughter doesn't know her family. And she's like, yeah, well, you can fix that. If we save the world, you come back and you bring that daughter. Let's make a promise. We'll fix everything. And she's like, okay. And she seals it. She seals it with the briefest kiss ever, just to seal the pack. And he's like, you want to seal it again? She says, no.
It was wet. It was so dry and bouncy the first time. Boing!
It was like
out.
It was like kissing talcum powder.
I mean, it's like repellent. Like his lips are just go. You can't get me. Boing!
So Jonah's machine works, but it's going to take 30 minutes to suck all the poison out of her, and the bad guys have arrived. They all prepare to go to war. The Rock tells his brother, I'm sorry, and I had my reasons. Even here, he can't admit, Hobbs' character can't admit he was wrong. He's like, I'm sorry that you think I did something wrong. I may have had my reasons, but I understand now how you could have felt the way that you felt. I see now how you could have felt that way, and I'm sorry. I love you. I love you too. Okay, good. That's all settled. I do like that they inject a lot of actual Samoan words into their speech.
I do too.
They don't explain. I mean, it's easy to understand a lot of it. Obviously, Uso means brother, but they'll say words and just it's okay if you don't understand every word.
Context.
Yes. The bad guys arrive. The Rock and their family come out and do a pretty cool war chant.
Yep.
Then the bad guys realize their guns are offline. It's pretty cool. Like, oh, fuck.
I like this whole part. I like that the trucks are in a circle, shining light into the fighting circle. I like that Statham's role is to then set that ring on fire in a very practical, interesting way.
Yeah.
Make the world small and fight here, right? Like if you give me an entire nuclear power plant, these guys are going to get away. They're going to have all kinds of different ways of getting one over on me. But now I bring you to my turf. I give you a circle. I'm not even giving you the island. I'm giving you the circle at first.
Right.
It's just the smaller it is, the more interesting it is. And it's just tactically smart.
And Roman Reigns is actually very good with how physical he is. He does some of his wrestling moves. He does the spear and then the big scream that he does when he wrestles. And Idris Elba manages to grab Vanessa Kirby, put her on the helicopter. Thus begins the one really good sequence in the movie, the car chase, where Hobbs and Shaw team up. We got to work together. Okay, let's work together.
Have we not been?
So Shaw is driving a tow truck. Hobbs is on the back of the tow truck, throws the tow cable onto the helicopter. Now, Fast and Furious 6 ends with the whole crew on a runway chasing a giant plane to keep it from taking off. So this is just an iteration of that idea. It's okay that you're doing a similar thing. It's all in the execution. It's just, it's a lot of fun. Hey, let's stop that helicopter from flying away. Let's pull it down. Cool. That's cool. But the tow truck isn't powerful enough by itself, so Hobbs' brothers all join in one by one and reinforce his truck as they're all dangerously close to falling off a cliff. But then they
sometimes soaring above it, right? I think it's interesting.
That's cool.
That's neat.
This movie's actually good.
No.
And so then they all crash down to the bottom of a cliff because a squall comes in. And they have their final confrontation with Idris Elba. And we get some really annoying Zack Snyder, like 300 slow motion fucking fighting. And then Hobbs and Shaw realize if we double team, then he can't anticipate. You take a punch and then I'll punch him because his machine won't figure out. Yeah, work together.
But we have to be equal. You take one, I take one. You take one, I take one. Don't worry.
Yes.
Don't worry. The movie knows. The movie knows.
And they affirmatively have to say, like, we'll work together. Let us now affirm our bonds of affection with the bumping of fists.
And seal it with a kiss. That'd have been something.
And wasn't that a pin in that? So they start knocking him out with a hammer, and it turns him offline. And the three heroes stand in formation over their vanquished foe. And for some reason, Shaw's like, I'm not going to kill you again. You already made me kill you once. And he throws his gun down. And The Rock's like, brother, you may believe in machines, but we believe in people. And then we're cutting away. We're seeing the rest of the island of Samoa has come to the aid of the Hobbs family to fight off the rest of the Etienne guys who all lay down their arms. And then we hear Brixton's boss, Ryan Reynolds, is like, shut Brixton down. And then Brixton sees in his eye thing, he sees a countdown to his death. And he's like, so that's how it's going to be, eh? Hell of a ride, though. And then he falls over to his death. And then the director starts talking to them. And he's like, you three outperformed your analytics. You don't remember me, do you, Hobbs? You will.
See? That's Ryan Reynolds.
It's going to be a hell of a reunion. You're on our radar now. And you're on ours, you some bitch.
Is he? Do you know how to find him?
Yeah, the guy, the voice
guy?
Voice from The Thing.
He's using a fucking, is this fucking ghost face also on your radar? You don't know who that is either. Voice thing.
So they fucking, okay. So Vanessa Kirby, then they start an annoying debate of like, thanks for being my sidekick. So your sidekick? Oh, how dare you? You're my sidekick. And then Vanessa Kirby grabs both of them and she's like, boys. And I assume like she's going to make them fucking kiss each other or something.
So I think she's just standing in for the audience at that point. Like, shut up. You guys shut up.
Shouldn't there be one nice suggestion that they kiss? Or shouldn't they just kiss? Just kiss each
I
other.
think so.
But no, and she's like, boys, let's go home. And then the credits start rolling. And I was thinking, holy shit, thank you, movie. You just ended. No, you didn't. It's a fake ending.
Fake ending.
We got to see The Rock bringing...
reunions. They're equally important, so we're going to put them both in the credits.
And we got to check in with Ryan Reynolds again. He's like, Hobbs, bad news. The snowflake virus got out. It's really bad. And also, a Lannister always pays his debts. Tyrion Lannister really killed his father. That's fucked up if you think about it. Yeah, just say Game of Thrones stuff. It's very funny. That's it.
Except for when The Rock delivers it, when she says, what does he say to his daughter? You're a fool.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. You know nothing, Jon Snow. It's just the easiest thing ever to fucking imitate. What are you doing?
Oh, wait, there's one more post-credits thing where Shaw's drinking at his pub. Hobbs calls him. He's like, hello, best friend. Oh, hello, brother. What's that I hear outside of your brew pub? It's cops. And they're like, come out of there with your hands up, Hugh Janus. And he's like, oh, Hobbs, how could you? And then he goes out and he's like, I'm going to kill all you cops. And that's the end. That's the end of the movie.
Fun. That's like with that weird trend of like super gamers getting their other gamers broke. Like as they're streaming and doing their gaming, it's called swatting them. You report some sort of horrible like federal crime and you watch as a SWAT team comes and takes them down while they're Twitch streaming.
Fun.
Like neat trick. Like these are nerds who don't know how to defend themselves. What if one of them is black? You're going to get someone, that's a real thing. It's called swatting.
Note to self.
Neat.
Note to self, cancel the swatting on Lacey for our Black Adam episode.
Yeah, don't do that.